read to me the nameplate?
Judge Eboni K. Williams.
So the only thing that matters in this particular courtroom is how I see it. I am from North Carolina by way of Louisiana with some West Coast cool and a New York edge. Do we have a problem, ma'am?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Equal justice is all about the most important values of our country: freedom, integrity, and those are the things that I'm striving for. Ma'am, you run your household, this man gets to run his. I decided to become an attorney and pursue the law. I wanted to be a voice for the voiceless. This court cannot hold this woman accountable. People from all sectors of life, black, white, purple, gay, straight, queer, and that's what equal justice with Judge Eboni K. Williams is all about.
Maria Chaplin claims an online post from a delivery man led to her restaurant being vandalized and tanked her business. Mike O'Brien says the public needed to know that the plaintiff served expired meat.
Maria Chaplin here as my plaintiff, Mike O'Brien as the defendant. Ms. Chaplin, you are suing the defendant for $6,870, and you say for defamation. But tell us exactly what brings you to court today.
Your Honor, so I'm the owner of the family business. It's called Mama's Kitchen. It's actually a Ukrainian cuisine. I am originally from Ukraine. When I moved to the United States, I've been in hospitality business for over 10 years, and I decided to step up and open my own thing. Basically, my dream was coming true. We're working so hard. I knew Mr. O'Brien for a little bit over 3 years.
Okay.
He used to work for me. He delivered meat.
To the restaurant?
To the restaurant, correct.
Okay.
Mr. O'Brien oftenly called off. The delivery wasn't made on time when I really needed.
Okay, Ms. Chaplin, we'll get to some of those details, but I need to get to why you are suing this man for over $6,000 and what you allege that he defamed the restaurant around.
After I fired Mr. O'Brien.
So you fired him?
I did.
Okay, so
yes.
Let me check in with Mr. O'Brien. Mr. O'Brien, you deliver meat for a living? That's your
correct,
business?
yes.
Okay. And there was a time for how many years you delivered meat?
A little over 3 years.
A little over 3 years. So
Yes.
that's quite a while. You delivered meat to the plaintiff's restaurant, Mama's Kitchen?
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
We'll get to why she fired you, but she's also alleging that you then defamed the restaurant. What did you say about this restaurant, sir?
I'll just say I preface it with my opinion. I never made facts about your restaurant.
Where did you put your opinion? Was it on social media?
It was on a food forum.
Oh, okay, so like a message type of blog.
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
1,000 followers. A lot of people have been reading and actually
Okay, what did the
following.
message, do you have can you show the court the message?
I do have some
Okay,
evidence.
so give your evidence folder, please, to my bailiff, and we'll collect your evidence as well. Elijah, go ahead and get her evidence as well. Thank you, please. Okay, thank you, sir. Let's see exactly. Well, first of all, let's get to your opinion. What is your opinion about her restaurant?
It's an okay restaurant. I mean, the food's not remarkable. It's a niche market, that you serve, but it's not remarkable. And as far as a business relationship that she and I had.
No, I'm not asking you about that, sir. I'm asking you because you're suing him for $6,000 some because he made comments about your restaurant. And what are you alleging that he said?
He said, word to word, I poisoning the community with expired meat. He said on his post, spread the word and do basically something about it. He posted the photo of my restaurant with the exact address on September 15, right after like a couple of weeks after I fired him. Very convenient. The same night, my restaurant got vandalized. The windows been broken. People spray poison.
Okay. So let's back up. Mr. O'Brien, I asked you a direct question, and you didn't tell me any of this.
I apologize, I misunderstood.
Okay. Again, convenient. All right, let's let everybody see exactly what this post that you put on the message board looks like. I believe Mama's Kitchen is poisoning the community with expired meat. I mean, it's exactly what she's saying. Illegally unpaid workers spread the word. You then list the address, and you say a photo attached. This is a lot more than just they have okay food.
Yes.
Okay, so from now on, when I ask you a question, I want you to be direct.
Understood.
So why did you feel the need to go this far with all of these allegations?
On multiple occasions, I would go into the cooler and I would see expired meat. And on one of these occasions, I even called her, and because she
I
wasn't.
see this in the evidence. Let's look
Yes.
at this meat
Yeah.
that Mr. O'Brien photographed, sirloin chops, and they do have a date. So this was at least 1 day expired. What do you say about that, Ms. Chaplin?
It's not Mr. O'Brien's job to get rid of expired meat.
I didn't ask you that. I'm asking, but it is my job to find out why your restaurant would even have expired meat.
We got rid of it right after.
So you did not serve this meat?
Absolutely not.
And do you have proof, Mr. O'Brien, that she did serve this expired meat?
No.
No.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
Have you gotten complaints from people expressing food poisoning or sickness or anything? Because he's saying that you and your restaurant and your sweet mom make people sick and poison people.
And later,
What does your school define as top honors?
I thought it was a 3 GPA.
What do you mean you thought?
Well, when the report cards came out, I thought that I met top honors.
But did you?
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the case of Maria Chaplin, who blames Mike O'Brien for ruining her restaurant.
The claim that brought you to court today, ma'am, is you're saying that this man in the post ultimately led to you incurring substantial damage to your restaurant. Let's let everybody see what I'm seeing, where people have spray painted, poison, unsafe. Those were words, by the way, that were taken clearly from your post directly, Mr. O'Brien. We see shattered glass. I mean, this is really a mess. All of this patio furniture is destroyed. And then you have submitted receipts, Ms. Chaplin, to substantiate the valuation here. $1,370 on the replacement furniture for the patio that's destroyed here. The windows had to be removed and installed, $2,400 here. I also see labor and supplies for the paint that had to be removed and fixed here. So I do see where you have incurred expenses that give us this $6,870 amount. Were you able to recoup any of these monies through insurance, ma'am?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet. So that's what brings you to court today, is you want
Correct,
these
yes.
expenses covered by Mr. O'Brien.
Absolutely,
because
to take
you're-
responsibility,
You're
yes.
saying that this would not have happened but for his post.
Absolutely, yes.
What do you say about that, Mr. O'Brien?
I just don't see how I can be held responsible for what other people did and whether that was even a result of my post. I mean,
What do you see spray painted on the window, Elijah?
Unsafe.
Unsafe. So I'm going to take a guess, Mr. O'Brien, that people would have gotten the idea that Mama's Kitchen is both poison and unsafe from you.
I guess that's open to interpretation.
What did you want? What were your goals? If that wasn't it, what were your goals when you posted this?
Specifically, I wanted her to pay her employees a fair wage. I want her to throw out expired meat and quit poisoning our community.
Wait a minute now, sir. What evidence do you have that you can prove in this court that she is paying her employees below market value?
One occasion, I went to her business and I heard her employees grumbling about her not paying on
You
time.
said on one occasion. So you think on
Yeah.
one occasion you heard somebody said, third party,
Yeah.
that they had an issue with the plaintiff, and you took it upon yourself to call it an exploitive business operation? Was it so exploitive when you worked for him for 3 years?
I mean, she's always pension pennies.
Help me out, Mr. O'Brien. See, I'm trying to see this from all the sides.
All I was trying to do was shine a magnifying glass on what she's doing, and I
Okay.
wanted other people to look into it.
And guess what? Guess what, Mr. O'Brien? I think you did. I think this looks like the result of that magnifying glass that you were attempting to shine. But you do have to pay for the consequences, because this is not free. This woman just told this court that she came to the country and that she is trying to fulfill her American dream of entrepreneurship and business ownership. Sounds like the business was pretty successful, right, ma'am?
It's pretty new, fairly. It's almost 6 years, soon we're gonna hit 6 years.
Yes.
But we've been doing very well, very well.
And,
yes.
and have you gotten complaints from people expressing food poisoning or sickness or anything? Because he's saying that you and your restaurant and your sweet mom make people sick and poison people.
That's exactly I wanted to confront Mr. O'Brien, because I didn't get any guest who ever dined in my restaurant to come back and be like, hey, I ate this tonight and my stomach hurts and I ended up in the hospital, or I didn't see any comments on the social media. We're running a page.
Okay, Ms.
Nobody
Chaplin.
ever complained.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So, Mr. O'Brien, where would you get such an idea from?
If it quacks like a duck.
Sir, come on now. I'm going to give you a final opportunity, sir, to prove that everything that you said in this very specific post is true. And if you cannot make that case here in this courtroom today, I got a pretty good idea as to how I'm about to rule.
Everything that I said was my belief.
Your
And
belief, okay.
whether my belief was wrong or right, that's, I guess, to be determined.
So you're standing on that. Okay, thank you, Mr. O'Brien. I'm pretty clear here how I need to proceed. Here's the thing about it, Mr. O'Brien. While you are absolutely entitled to your opinion and your belief, as is protected under freedom of speech practices, you are not entitled to spread content that you cannot prove. So she's accusing you of defamation and what would be an affirmative defense, which is what I just gave you an opportunity to offer this court. If you could prove to me, sir, that it is indeed true that because of the meat expired 1 day or 30 days by this restaurant, this individual, Your Honor, became sick and was deemed to be poisoned by what they consumed at Mama's Kitchen. If you could show me that, sir, that would be a truthful affirmative defense, but you cannot. But sir, you're standing over there with nothing but, well, Your Honor, it was my opinion. That is not enough. The expenses, the damage to reputation, the damage to the actual property itself, we don't really know how to even fully calculate it. You know, so all I can go on are the receipts that the plaintiff brought in today. Ma'am, you have satisfied the evidentiary requirement of proving that you at least sustained damages of $6,870. Sir, you have brought me no affirmative defense that I could rely on that would alleviate you of that responsibility. So this court rules in favor of the plaintiff. Full amount asked, $6,870. Next time, Mr. O'Brien, you might want to keep your opinions to yourself. Thank you.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $6,870.
Mr. O'Brien simply got angry because he got fired.
I still stand by what I said. I don't condone violence or whatever happened to her business.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
We had a verbal agreement and a talk about that if I broke up with my boyfriend at the time, he would pay for the other half of the classes.
Regardless of grades.
Yes.
This is Equal Justice. Michelle Ingram claims her father broke his promise to pay for swim lessons if she got good grades. Alan Ingram says his daughter's 3.3 GPA just didn't cut it and violated the terms of their agreement.
I've got Michelle Ingram here as my plaintiff and Alan Ingram as my defendant. Miss Ingram, you are suing the defendant here for $450. You allege breach of contract. Now I can't help but notice the same last name here, so is there relation, Miss Ingram?
Yes, he's my father.
Ah, it's your father. Okay, great. Now, why are you suing your dad for breach of contract?
Basically, I believe that he should be paying for half of my swim lessons. Our agreement was that if I got top honors at the end of my freshman year, he would pay for half of my professional swimming lessons. I got a 3.3 GPA, which I think should count. He freaked out and didn't think that it was good enough and refused to pay for half of the swimming lessons. So,
did you have any swim lessons at all?
Yes, before then, yes.
Okay, and who paid for those?
My father.
So you paid for half, and then when the grades came in, you did not think they warranted continued payment?
She did not meet the grade according to our agreement. A written agreement.
And there's a written agreement?
Yes, absolutely.
And you have that with you today,
I do,
sir?
I do.
All right, Elijah, please just give your folder, the entire folder, please, sir, to my bailiff, so I can see what this father-daughter agreement looked like. Thank you. So you're saying that you will agree to pay for professional swimming lessons if the daughter achieves, quote, top honors. That's high honor roll or highest GPA as defined by her school. And you've got till the end of your report card for this academic year to do it. My question to you, young lady, is what does your school define as top honors?
I thought it was a 3 GPA.
What do you mean you thought?
Well, when the report cards came out, I thought that I met top honors.
But did you?
Coming up on Equal Justice.
Why couldn't we go back to that and
You know
become
what that is?
father-daughter
But
again?
Mr.
You know?
Ingram,
That's
as
kind of was the whole...
kind-hearted as I know you think that is, that's a manipulation.
This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with a dispute between Michelle Ingram and her father, Alan Ingram, over swim lessons.
We know that a 3.3, while excellent, I think by all would agree, it's not per your father's definition that you agreed to, young lady, top honors. See, there's great, and then there's the top.
I do have to point out that I didn't see this agreement.
You've
Sent
never
it to my
seen this?
email, but no.
I do notice, Dad, that there are no signatures. Normally when an agreement is executed,
Yes.
certainly in my courtroom, we've got signature from both parties and dates.
I agree with that, Your Honor. Unfortunately, she never read the email.
So you sent this to her?
I sent it to her. She
You
never
received
actually
it?
opened it, so
I've never opened this, no.
That's a little bit of a problem for you, Dad, on the legal piece, because now I can't construe this as a legal contract.
I understand.
I do see your intention here, and it's helpful in that way to you, so don't think it all is for naught. You make it very plain in this document, young lady, that he expected the top academic standard.
And we went over that verbally, too. So we did have a verbal agreement as well.
Yes, yes.
So
He also said that this isn't on that agreement that I never saw, but we had a verbal agreement and a talk about that if I broke up with my boyfriend at the time, he would pay for the other half of the classes.
Regardless of grades.
Yes.
and
Well,
that
now
was the
hold
reason
on,
her-
Mr. Ingram. Are we just kind of hanging the wallet out to control all the behaviors of our adult daughter?
She's 20 years old and she's a college student. She needs to learn some lessons about finances, managing class schedules. A 3.3 isn't a 4.0.
It's not.
It's
but,
not.
But let me
And-
stop
and-
you. The time to really be imparting a lot of these lessons you're talking about would have been before now.
Judge Eboni's verdict when equal justice returns. This is Equal Justice.
You should have been advising her between the ages of, I don't know, 15, 16, 17, and 18 about how to pick a proper young man. Did y'all have those conversations?
Well, Your Honor, in order to afford her to go to college, I had to take a job in Sacramento and leave. Part of my plan here was to kind of get closer to her in the sense that if this fails, I'm here to pick her up. I was a good swimmer at UCSB. I was on the UCSB swim team. I taught you how to swim originally. Why couldn't we go back to that and
You know
become
what that
father-daughter
is?
again?
But Mr.
You know?
Ingram,
That's
as
kind of was the whole...
kind-hearted as I know you think that is, that's a manipulation. I think we could all understand doing almost anything in our power to get time with our children that we love. But this ain't it. So you said you'd pay. She did well. Now, if you, young lady, had come in here with a 2.2, no dice. Yeah. I rule in favor of the plaintiff for her demand of $450. Mr. Ingram, I want you to find another way to spend time with your daughter who you clearly love, and she needs you. But let's not manipulate. That's my ruling.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $450.
I'm sad that this had to be the realization that you can spend time with me without dangling your wallet in front of me.
Any final thoughts?
I kind of agree with her on that one, and let's try and make a better plan for the future.
You've had your day in court. Please follow me.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.